Hey, what's shaking, soldiers? Look, I made a discovery here in Mexico. Peacocks. I was out on a scouting tour just a couple of days ago, and to my surprise, there were peacocks on the premises. Now, this definitely piqued my curiosity as to were they native here? Where did they come from? What do they eat? How long do they live? What is the symbolism associated with the peacock? I'm going to answer those questions in this video. But first, let me welcome you to the channel, Savvy Soldier. I'm Coach Donna J, and I am passionate about helping baby boomers and late bloomers rebrand themselves prior to retiring. Why? Because I don't believe Social Security is going to be around very long, and if it happens to be here, it's going to look a lot different. So we need to prepare ourselves to have the financial cash flow that we want in our latter years. To know more about that, I'm going to leave a link to our Jumpstart Your SOULjourn annual women's retreat, which focuses on re-establishing a good relationship with money, deciding what it is that you really want, and a lot more. Now, let's get into this video about peacocks on the premises. I wanted to take just a brief moment to talk about the white peacock because that was the first time I had ever seen a white peacock. And it's not to be confused with albinism, where you have the white peacock with red or pink eyes. In this particular case, this white peacock with blue eyes is said to be the result of a genetic mutation known as a phenomenon caused by a phenomenon known as Leucism. Leucism. That's spelled Leucism. And what is occurring is that it is inhibiting the melanin from being deposited into the feathers. That leads to a white peacock. So during my scouting tour of the grounds where these peacocks were, I encountered one of the workers. And I asked, I said, so where did these birds come from? And his reply was, well, they were born here. I said, okay, but were they native here? That was the bigger question. And come to find out, they're not. The peacocks are native to India. The blue peacock it's the national bird for India. There are green peacocks that you can find in China, and there's a less well-known Congo peacock that can be found in the African forest. So in discovering that they're not native here, I said, well, I'm curious. I just want to know more about this majestic bird that's here in Mexico. So what do they eat? They eat just about anything. Their diet consists of both meat and vegetation. They'll eat flower petals, grass, seeds, grains. They will eat reptiles like little snakes. They will eat ants and centipedes and millipedes and termites, and they will even eat scorpions. So that might not be a bad thing being here in Mexico, okay? The other thing about this bird is that in captivity, they can live to be about 40 plus years. In the wild, in the forest, the lowlands, they are usually found around streams. They can be found on some farms and in agricultural areas. In the wild, their life expectancy is about 10 to maybe 25 years. The feathers, oh my goodness, the feathers. You notice that little spot that kind of looks like an eye? They say that that is the eye of God. Some believe that having a peacock feather in your room will ward off evil spirits. I thought that was a pretty interesting fact. Other things about the peacock is that those feathers that spread can be as wide as 7 feet and as tall as 3 feet. They do have the capacity to fly. One of the things that I also found very interesting is that there's a lot of symbolism that goes on with the peacock. especially the white peacock. Now, in Christianity, we have the dove that's associated with the Holy Spirit. And then the white peacock is associated with Jesus Christ himself. In Buddhism, there is the associated, they associate this white peacock with nirvana. And in Hinduism, we're back in India now, they associate the white peacock with prosperity and good luck. There are a lot of words or keywords that are associated with peacocks. So if you are seeing a lot of peacocks, if you're dreaming about peacocks, if you're coming in encountered with peacocks, they are associated with beauty, new beginnings, creativity, confidence, protection, pride. They're also associated with renewal, versatility, and even transformation. So that is one of the reasons that I wanted to know more about this bird. Once I found out this information, I said, okay, maybe this is going to be a great location for our next Jumpstart Your SOULjourn, because we're all about transformation in that retreat. I think this is going to be a wonderful place to host our Jumpstart Your SOULjourn retreat next year, 2025. Again, I will leave a link in the description to give you an idea of what it was like this year and what you can expect next year. Now, if you haven't already done so, go ahead, hit the like button, leave a comment. What questions do you have? What are you interested in when it comes to birds or other animals? You may have the personality of a peacock, right? Until next time, be well, live free, and prosper.